Welcome to the penultimate episode of Big Brother Review, and today we're going to be talking about last night's episode, which rather controversially got rid of one of the final six, leaving us with a final five, an iconic final five, I might add. But who went? Well, if you're watching this, you probably know, let's be honest. So I just want to start again by saying thank you guys so much for the support on this series. I've got so many things in the pipeline currently. I've got an I'm a Celeb series coming up. When the traitors start, I might do a little bit of that. I might do Survivor. I might go back to that. I haven't actually watched any more episodes, which is why I haven't made any more videos on it. But if there's interest there, I'll definitely make some more videos on that. And I'm also going to be watching the latest season of Big Brother US through the eyes of someone in the UK who hasn't grown up with this sort of hysteria and excitement around Big Brother US. So it'll be very interesting to see it through the lens of sort of an English person, a British person watching it from afar. But also their Big Brother is very, very different. And I also thought it would be a good idea to kind of introduce the world of my fan base to the world of my fan base. That was terrible, Ethan. Anyway, I'll introduce you guys to Big Brother US because as much as it is very, very different from the UK version, I still think it is highly entertaining. And because we don't get to watch it over here, I'm hoping that my review videos will kind of give you guys an idea of what to expect from the show if you want to go out of your way and find it yourself. So let's crack straight on with the episode, and I gotta say, there was a conversation about a group chat forming for the house, and we know that there is one set up by Chicken Dylan, according to Kerry, and apparently Farida's not in it. I gotta say, I'm not surprised, because it seems like Farida didn't get on with many of the housemates, which doesn't surprise me, but she's been very, very vocal about her disdain for a couple of people. She said that she's going to ignore Hallie and Kerry on like finale night, which I think's a bit spiteful if I'm being honest, because since she's left the house, Kerry has not said a bad word against Farida and said that she really respects her, but Farida doesn't necessarily have the same energy back to Kerry, which I think is a bit telling if I'm being honest. Jenkin also mentioned that he wouldn't give his number to Yinrun. This was said by Jordan, so I'm guessing this was something that was said in the spare room, but I wouldn't be surprised. He said that the reason was because he doesn't think he'll go for a drink with Yinrun, but I'd love to go for a drink with Yinrun. I think she's hilarious. I think she's great. She's so much fun in the house. There was a short diary room clip of Henry talking about how he likes the finer things in life, and sometimes he's sort of not looked down on, but people think that he's a bit of a snob, and he says that it's good to be a snob because it means that you demand a certain standard out of life. And I get what he means. I wouldn't personally say I'm a snob, but I think I do have standards for things, so I get where he's coming from, but maybe not to the same degree as him, because he definitely does like the finer things in life. Matty was very sort of outspoken about the fact that he was missing his family a lot, and I think he was just feeling a bit down, and because he's coming to the end of his time in the house, he's realizing that like they're so close, but yet there's still so many days left. Like when this was aired, I think there was still Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So when something's so close, it can feel like it's an eternity away. But Matty, you're being a bit dramatic. You're gonna see your family and friends like in a matter of hours, if not like a day. Do you know what I mean? In a rather interesting twist, the housemates were given the option to take 7 minutes in heaven or pass it on to someone else. Now, we all know 7 minutes in heaven. It's a game where you and another person go into a locked room, and what happens in the room stays in the room. But in this situation, they went into the diary room. Noki, Matty, and Jordan went in, and they were asked to decide whether they take 7 minutes of heaven for themselves or pass it on to somebody else. Now, Noki went in first, and she was given the option of a sushi platter or given Yinrun a afternoon tea. And she basically said, I'm going to take the sushi. I think I deserve it, and I will get I will pay for Yinrun to go to an afternoon tea with me, the best one I can find in London, and we will basically have afternoon tea there. I thought that was so lovely. And they were watching this on the screen, and Yinrun was like, no, go for it, go for it. And then I can't remember who it was. I think it was Olivia. Of course it was Olivia. But she was saying, pretend that you're really upset. And Yinrun phoned in a Oscar-winning performance. Trying, literally, she was storming out everything. It was genuinely so funny to watch because we haven't seen this sort of mischievous, meddlesome side of Yinrun, and yeah, do you know what? I can't be upset if anybody wins at this point, apart from who like someone went home. But like out of the top five, I can't be upset with any of them winning because I've been on such an emotional journey with all of them, and I don't know what I'm gonna do without them. Like, what? This has been such an incredible cast, and oh, genuinely, like, not a single one was a dud. Like, even to an extent, Tom, yeah, he was boring and he coasted, but like he brought drama in his last couple of weeks, and like the house would have been not boring, but it would have been different without him. Like, if you took him out of the series, things would have changed, and not necessarily for the better. I don't know. Anyway, the next person who went in was Matty, and he was given a choice between dancing in a room to Florence and the Machines, and I thought, oh god, I don't need to see Matty dancing for like 7 minutes. I don't. It's not my idea of fun. And then the other option was giving Olivia a karaoke session. And I gotta say, that was the more entertaining option. We've all heard her sing such amazing anthems such as Donald, Where's Your Trousers? And You Wouldn't Push Your Granny Off a Bus. I wanted to hear her sing some karaoke tunes, and we were robbed of that, Matty. We were robbed of it just so we could see you twirl around to some songs. Oh, it was cringy. It was so uncomfortable to watch. But like, I like Florence and the Machines. I think they've got some incredible songs, and so I was very grateful for the song choices. I love Shake It Out. Sorry, I always get mixed up between Shake It Off and Shake It Out because they're so sort of like in my brain. They're not similar songs, but they're similar wordings. Anyway, distraction. But my point is that I just didn't want to see him twirling around, and it was as cringy as I thought it was going to be, and yeah, it was quite tough to watch. I won't lie. As for Henry, no, Jordan was given the choice between listening to classical music and having some red wine, or giving Henry some time with his dog. And Jordan was like, obviously the dog, and so Henry got to have some lovely one-on-one time with his dog. Don't ask me how they got his dog in there. Someone clearly had to have brought it. So oh, I know. It's funny how Big Brother works, but it was really, really cute to see Henry interacting and playing with his dog, have a little gossip, and it was really cute. And like I said, any one of the five can win. Any one of them can. Oh, I just love them so much. They're so cute. So it's time to talk about the letters from home, and I gotta say, this was a tough watch. Not only were each of the letters just incredibly heartfelt and moving, but like, because I'm so deeply connected to these people, I genuinely do feel for each of them when they were feeling these emotions. The highlights was definitely Jordan's letter from his mum when she was like, my whole office knows about what you get up to in the bushes. I was like, oh, I forgot about that, because like, when you're talking about things on this show, you don't know what makes it to air, and like, No, because imagine you're just talking and you genuinely do just forget where you are. You forget that there's cameras and microphones everywhere, and you tell such a salacious story, and then it's like the only thing that your mum's friends can talk about. Oh my god, I'd be so embarrassed. Oh no. And then she also said that Henry was a really like a potentially great son, a stepson. Stepson? No, not a stepson. Son-in-law. And I thought that was really cute as well. And honestly, from what it seems like, Jordan's mum is an icon and like big queen energy right there. The other highlight was Yinran's letter. I thought Yinran's letter was really beautiful from her mum back in China. Yeah, I just Yinran just love, big love. There was a scene where she was just hacking a lettuce to pieces, and it was so strange to watch, but it was also highly entertaining. So you know what, you got to give her credit where credit's due. Like, she was really entertaining this series, and she definitely deserves to win. My votes are still on Jordan, but more on that later. More on that later. So we come to Matty, Noki, Olivia, and Henry. Their letters were lovely, but there wasn't really anything that stood out to me in terms of like wanting to talk about it. Matty's letter was really lovely, and then it ended with Big Brother basically going, but sadly you've lost your place in the house. You are the 11th housemate to be evicted from the Big Brother house. And when I tell you the entire house was gobsmacked and shocked, and the entire audience that hadn't watched the live stream was gobsmacked and shocked. Okay, first of all, letters from home are usually, I find them quite boring, because I always think, oh, it's just a padding section that never has any bearing on the series other than to sort of give the sort of housemates some sort of a drive to go on. But including an eviction in someone's letter, that's crazy. That's genuinely wild, and that is unhinged behavior. I gotta say, Big Brother, you did Matty dirty, but I loved it, and I thought it was excellent. And I think, as much as I disagree with the backdoor exits, and I think everyone should have a chance to be in front of a live audience, oh, that was clever. You sneaky person, whoever decided that should be the twist, because it was incredible to watch. It was, I think Matty was the best person to go, because Matty was the only person I think that was ready to go. Everybody else would have liked another couple of days, potentially another, like, well, yeah, obviously another couple of days because it's ending tomorrow. But I think Matty was ready to go, and I think Matty was ready to accept 6th place. He made it to day 40. He was a trooper. He did well, and we will not forget him. But his time was done, and he was ready to go. And I thought he handled that quite gracefully. His exit interview was, it was all right. I gotta say, like, the exit interviews this season, I don't think anyone's done anything horrendous that's warranted a grilling. I think Paul got a decent grilling, so did Dylan. Chanel got a decent grilling as well. Tom was cross-examined about by AJ. And yeah. I thought that the interview fitted Matty's time in the house. It wasn't especially like a big personality, but he was entertaining at times. I think I would have had him go out I would have had him go out on Halloween, if I'm being honest. I would have saved Kerry. I'm sorry, but like, ugh. The only issue with the British public voting is that the dramatic ones and the ones that are causing drama, or the ones that are the most entertaining, are always the ones that get voted off first, because I don't know, because like they get put up for nominations, and it's tough. Dylan should have gone that week personally, And then I don't think Kerry would have been up for nomination. I don't think anyone in the house had strong enough feelings against her to, like, get her up for nomination. I don't know. She might have been up week 4. Anyway, I'm getting so distracted. But yeah, good on Matty. He confirmed that, like, he thinks that Jordan has real feelings for Henry and that there were no feelings on his part. Like, he's just overly flirty to everyone. But obviously we didn't get to see the flirty nature of his relationships with the other people in the house. So I can see why that was misconstrued. He also confirmed that Yinrun is genuine and that is just who she is. And I also found it interesting that he mentioned that he would have voted for Olivia if he could have in the first week, because he voted for her 5 out of 6 of the nominations, which is crazy. So it's time to talk about our final 5. I still think it's going to go Nnocchi, Olivia, Henry, Jordan, Yinrun. I think that's my 5 order. Could be very wrong. It could easily be Olivia, Henry, Nnocchi, Jordan, Yinrun. Jordan could be first. Henry could be last. I don't know. But all I know is that every single person in there has a claim to the prize money. There's no one in the top 5 that I think doesn't deserve it. Like, sometimes it gets to, like, the top and I'm like, this person doesn't deserve it. I don't like this person. But I genuinely do like every single person in that lineup. And it's just crazy that we've come so far and that this is how the journey's ending. In this moment, this is how it's ending. And, like, I can't believe it's been 6 weeks. I can't believe I've made 6 weeks worth of videos. That's what I'm mind blown about. The fact that, like, what, 6 weeks, 6 episodes a week, that's 36 episodes I've made on this, and that is wild. That's the longest running like series on my channel, and I've been committed to trying to make it every single day. There's been some days that I've missed because I've been away or I've been busy, but, like, I've done my best and I hope you guys appreciate that. So yeah, make sure you vote in the eviction. It's going to freeze during the show tomorrow, and then they're going to evict them one by one. But they've all done incredibly well, and I think they've all done themselves proud as well. And I think I would be happy to see them on my TV again at some point. I would love Jordan and Henry to be the new presenters of This Morning. I think that would be iconic. And yeah, thank you guys very, very much for watching. I will see you guys tomorrow for the finale. And make sure to check out my Big Brother US Season 25 video. I'm going to be posting the first sort of part either tomorrow or maybe later today. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Keep on ranting. Bye now.